before you close your eyes tonight. I want you to understand a truth that has the power to reshape your destiny. The last thoughts you carry into sleep are the seeds you sow into the soil of your subconscious mind. And as sure as the sun rises, those seeds will bear fruit, either of power or of poverty, of fear or of fortune. Every night before sleep, you must become the deliberate gardener of your mind. For it is in the silence of the night, when the world sleeps and the noise dies down, that your soul listens most attentively to the words you speak within. Your mind is not a playground for chaos. It is a temple, a laboratory, a vault of infinite intelligence. So tonight and every night hereafter, speak only those truths that you desire to see unfold in your life. Say this with conviction: I am the master of my mind. I do not yield to fear. I do not bow before doubt. I command my thoughts, and I direct them toward my definite purpose in life. When you speak these words, you are not just reciting empty phrases. You are programming your inner world with the energy of certainty. You are creating harmony between your conscious intentions and your subconscious patterns. This harmony is the birthplace of achievement. Now declare, what I desire is already on its way. My dreams are not fantasies. They are previews of the reality I am building. Every result begins with belief. When you speak these words at night, you are stepping into the realm of unwavering faith. And when faith is backed by emotion, it becomes the fuel that ignites divine action. You will notice that the universe starts to move, not by chance, but by command. Doors will open. People will appear. Circumstances will bend in your favor. Why? Because you are speaking as if the thing you desire is already done. And the universe listens to such voices. Let go of the residue of your day. Say aloud, I release all fear. I release all doubt. I release all limitation. I am not my mistakes. I am not my past. I am a creator of new beginnings. And tonight I choose peace. Do not carry today's anxiety into tomorrow's opportunity. When you sleep with fear in your mind, you wake with chains on your potential. But when you sleep with faith and forgiveness in your heart, you rise with strength that no man can measure. Now speak this truth: everything is working in my favor. Even the trials, even the delays, even the discomforts. All things, visible and invisible, are bending toward my greatest good. Most people panic in the face of adversity, but those who rise to wealth, power, and peace know this secret, that the mountain is not the obstacle, but the training ground. That what appears to be resistance is often redirection. Say this belief until it is etched in your being. The entire universe is conspiring to help me win. Before you rest your eyes, forgive. Say it with strength. I forgive myself. I forgive others. I set myself free from all emotional bondage. You cannot ascend while dragging the weight of resentment. Forgiveness is not weakness. It is release. It is the decision to choose freedom over bitterness, growth over grudge. And when you speak these words nightly, your energy becomes clean, and only a clean mind can attract a rich life. Finally, close your night with the most powerful force known to man: gratitude. Say this: I am thankful for what I have. I am thankful for who I am. I am thankful for all that is coming into my life. Abundance flows to me effortlessly. I am a magnet for blessings, favor, health, love, and wealth. You see, gratitude is not just an attitude. It is a vibration of frequency, a silent code that draws all good things into your orbit. Say these words not once, but nightly. Let them echo in your inner world until they become your truth. You are not weak. You are not forgotten. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are a force of creation. You are connected to a power greater than any challenge you face. And when you sleep with this mindset, your tomorrows will no longer be a mystery. They will be a masterpiece. So tonight, do not simply sleep. Program, align, speak, and rise tomorrow as a person of purpose, conviction, and unshakable faith. Because those who speak power into the night awaken with purpose in the light. I am the master of my mind. This is not merely a phrase. It is a declaration, a spiritual command, a truth that reshapes the entire structure of your life when spoken with belief. To say, I am the master of my mind, is to reject the idea that your life is governed by outside forces. It is to rise above the illusions of fear, of worry, of helplessness, and to step into the truth that your mind is the command center of your destiny. Every thought you think has power. Every belief you repeat becomes a script your life begins to follow. Most people go through life reacting to what happens around them. They allow their circumstances to control their emotions, their fears to drive their decisions, and their doubts to dominate their actions. But you are not like most people. You are awakening. You are remembering the truth that your mind is not meant to be a cage, but a kingdom. You are the ruler of that kingdom, and if you do not take command, someone else, your past, your pain, your environment, will. The moment you claim mastery over your mind, you begin to see that nothing outside of you has true power over you. The opinions of others, the delays you face, the challenges you encounter, these things no longer determine your worth or your future. You choose what to focus on. You choose what to believe. You choose what meaning to assign to your experiences. And in that choice lies your freedom. When you say, I am the master of my mind, you are saying, I refuse to live as a servant to fear. You are saying, I will no longer hand over the keys of my future to doubt. You are saying, I will plant thoughts of power, peace, prosperity, and purpose, and I will water them daily until they bloom. My vision is already on its way. This is not wishful thinking. This is an unshakable truth when you walk by faith, not by sight. When you speak these words, you are not begging for your dream to arrive. You are welcoming it as though it's already stepping through the door. You are tuning your mind to the vibration of expectancy, not lack. And that vibration, that unwavering belief, becomes the magnet that pulls your desires out of the unseen realm and into your physical reality. The world may tell you to wait and see, but the mind of a creator does not wait to believe. It believes and then it sees. When you say, my vision is already on its way, you are aligning yourself with divine timing. You are saying, I no longer operate in fear. I trust the process. I trust that what is mine is finding its way to me, even when I can't yet see the full picture. Every great success began in the invisible before it became visible. The house, the business, the breakthrough, it all began in someone's mind as a vision they refused to let go of. Your vision is no different. Just because it hasn't arrived yet does not mean it's denied. Delayed, maybe, but never denied when you keep your faith firm. Do not let time shake your belief. Do not let silence make you question the power of your intention. Keep moving forward as though it's already yours. Speak as if it's done. Plan as if it's confirmed. Walk as if it's near. This level of belief activates a force that works through people, places, and events to deliver what your spirit has already claimed. Even when your current circumstances don't reflect your dreams, say it anyway. My vision is already on its way. You are planting a spiritual seed. You are aligning your subconscious mind to work while you rest. And most importantly, you are protecting your energy from the poison of doubt. Doubt will delay your destiny. But faith, spoken and lived daily, accelerates it. Say it before you sleep. Say it before the evidence appears. Because the moment you truly believe is the moment the universe begins to move. I release all fear, doubt, and limitation. These are not just words. They are the breaking of invisible chains that have held you back for far too long. Fear is not your master. Doubt is not your guide. Limitation is not your identity. These are mental shadows, illusions that only hold power if you allow them to stay. And tonight, you choose to let them go. You choose to speak freedom into your mind, peace into your spirit, and confidence into your future. When you say, I release all fear, you are not pretending that fear doesn't exist. You are declaring that it no longer controls you. You are reclaiming your authority over the one force that paralyzes more dreams than failure ever could. Fear is clever. It whispers what ifs, plants hesitation, and convinces you that safety is better than progress. But tonight, you choose progress, you choose courage. You choose to feel the fear and release it anyway, because you understand that fear is just the absence of trust. And you trust now, you trust your journey. You trust your growth. You trust that what's ahead of you is greater than what you're walking away from. You trust that releasing fear is not weakness, it is strength. When you say, I release all doubt, you are erasing every question mark that has hovered over your vision. Doubt tells you that you're not ready, that you're not worthy, that your dream is too big. But you know the truth. Doubt is a liar. You were born with purpose. You were born with potential. You are equipped with everything necessary to achieve what you were designed for. Doubt only survives in the absence of daily belief. So now you replace it. You remove it. You release it from your mental space like smoke drifting out an open window. And when you say, I release all limitation, you are shattering the false ceiling that has capped your growth. Most limitations are not real. They are inherited, imagined, or implanted by people who stopped believing in themselves. You will not carry their fear. You will not carry the lies you once believed about your worth. You are done shrinking to fit into small places. You are done staying quiet to avoid judgment. You are done pretending to be less than you are. You release the old thoughts that said you couldn't, wouldn't, or shouldn't. Because now you know, you can, you will, and you must. Say it until your spirit believes it. Say it until your subconscious is cleansed. Say it until your energy is free. I release all fear. I release all doubt. I release all limitation. What remains is strength, peace, clarity, and unstoppable forward motion. And with that freedom, there is nothing you cannot become. Everything is working in my favor. Even when it doesn't look like it, even when the timing feels off, even when the doors close or delays appear, still, everything is working in my favor. This is not blind hope. This is not ignoring reality. This is the decision to believe that a greater order exists behind the scenes, and that order is aligning with your highest good. When you declare this, you are choosing to see beyond the surface. You are rising above frustration and stepping into wisdom. Life is not happening to you. It is happening for you. Every challenge is a teacher. Every delay is preparation. Every setback is a setup for something greater. When things go wrong, most people complain. They get angry, give up, or start to question everything. But when you live from the mindset that everything is working in my favor, you shift your energy. You turn resistance into fuel. You turn confusion into curiosity. You begin to say, I may not understand this now, but I trust that it has purpose. And that trust creates peace. It gives you power in situations that used to break you. It keeps you calm when others panic, because deep down, you've decided that nothing is wasted. Not your pain, not your mistakes, not even your waiting. Think about the moments in your past when something didn't go your way, only to find out later it was for the best. How many times were you protected by rejection? How many times were you redirected into something far greater than what you originally wanted? That's not coincidence. That's confirmation. That's life revealing itself to be wiser than your limited view. So when you say, everything is working in my favor, you are agreeing with that higher intelligence. You are aligning yourself with flow, not force. You are choosing trust over tension, faith over fear. You don't need to know how it will all come together. You don't need to have every step figured out. You simply need to keep moving forward with the belief that the right people, opportunities, answers, and outcomes are already being orchestrated for you. The pieces are falling into place even if you can't yet see the full picture. When you hold this belief, you give yourself a gift, the gift of emotional stability, spiritual peace, and mental clarity. You stop fighting reality and start flowing with it. I forgive myself and others, not because they always deserve it, not because I forget what happened, but because I choose freedom. I choose peace over pain. I choose growth over grudge. I choose to move forward without carrying the weight of old wounds that no longer serve me. Holding on to resentment, anger, or guilt is like dragging chains into every new chapter of life. And I will not allow the energy of the past to poison the potential of my future. Forgiveness is not weakness. It is wisdom. It is strength. It is emotional maturity. It is understanding that healing begins when we stop reopening old wounds and start closing them with love. Tonight, I forgive myself for what I didn't know, for what I tolerated, for the decisions I made out of fear or lack of awareness. I will not keep punishing myself for the person I used to be because I was learning, evolving, becoming. There is no shame in stumbling, only in refusing to rise again. I release the self-blame. I release the guilt that has silently followed me in moments of quiet. I understand now I was doing the best I could with what I knew. And now that I know better, I choose better. That is how transformation begins. That is how redemption is born, from understanding, not from endless shame, and I forgive others. Not because they always apologized or changed or made it right, but because I refused to let bitterness lie rent free in my heart. People can only meet me at the level of their own awareness. Some were hurting, broken, unaware. That doesn't excuse what they did, but it explains why they did it. And I do not need closure to release the pain. I do not need an apology to choose peace. I can choose in this moment to set myself free. Every time I hold on to resentment, I bind myself to the past. But every time I forgive, I unlock the door to my own healing. Forgiveness is not about forgetting. It's about remembering with wisdom instead of pain. It's about honoring the lesson without carrying the scar. It's about taking back my power, piece by piece, until I am whole again. When I say, I forgive, I am not erasing the truth. I am rewriting the meaning. I am choosing to bless the pain, learn from it, and move forward lighter, freer, stronger. So tonight, before I rest, I speak it aloud. I forgive myself. I forgive others. I free my spirit. I empty my heart of what no longer belongs. I make space for peace, for joy, for love, for all the good waiting to enter. And I will rise tomorrow renewed, unburdened, and ready to receive what life has in store. I am grateful for what I have and what's to come. Gratitude is not just a feeling. It is a force, a magnetic, spiritual power that draws abundance, peace, and blessings into my life. When I say these words, I am not simply counting what's already in my hands. I am acknowledging the invisible flow of blessings still on their way. I am aligning myself with the frequency of wholeness, of contentment, of divine trust. I am reminding my mind that lack is an illusion, and that the real richness of life begins when I appreciate the now, even as I move toward the next. There is power in gratitude because it shifts the focus away from what's missing and brings awareness to what's present. Too many people wait until their dreams are fully realized before they allow themselves to feel thankful. But I choose differently. I choose to be grateful now. Grateful for the breath in my lungs, the lessons I've learned, the strength I've gained through every challenge. I am thankful for the roof over my head, for the food on my table, for the opportunities I have, and even the ones that are forming behind the scenes. I do not wait for perfect conditions to celebrate life. I celebrate now because I understand that gratitude is the foundation upon which greater things are built. By choosing gratitude, I open the gates of more peace, more favor, more doors, more clarity. I recognize that what I appreciate appreciates. What I give thanks for expands. When I speak this truth, I am grateful for what I have and what's to come. I send a signal to the universe that I am ready. Not desperate, not lacking, but ready. Ready to receive, ready to hold. Ready to handle what I once only hoped for. This mindset frees me from the trap of comparison. It stops me from measuring my progress against someone else's timeline. I don't need to rush or force anything, because I trust that what's meant for me is already in motion. My job is not to chase, it's to prepare, to stay thankful, and to align with the abundance that's on its way. Gratitude becomes the bridge between where I am and where I'm going. Even in moments of uncertainty, I still give thanks. Even when the full picture isn't clear, I still trust the artist, because life has shown me, time and time again, that what I need shows up when I least expect it, but always right on time. So tonight, I rest with a full heart, not just because of what I've gained, but because of the faith I have in what's coming. My spirit is calm, my energy is clear, my mind is focused, and my heart is open to receive the next level of blessings, opportunities, and breakthroughs that are already on the way. As you close your eyes tonight, let the words you've spoken become more than just affirmations. Let them become your truth. You have declared power over fear, planted faith in place of doubt, and released the burdens that once held you back. You've chosen peace over pressure, purpose over pain, and alignment over anxiety. In doing so, you've not only honored your present, but prepared your future. This is not the end of a nightly ritual. This is the beginning of a new reality, a reality where your mind is disciplined, your energy is protected, and your heart is open to receive what is meant for you. Every word you've spoken has power, and every night you repeat these truths, you are programming your subconscious to build a life that reflects the highest version of you. So rest well, knowing that you are no longer bound by limitation. You are no longer shaped by fear. You are no longer waiting for permission to live in alignment with your highest self. You are the creator of your thoughts, the author of your future, the master of your mind, and as you sleep, the universe continues to move quietly, precisely, powerfully, shaping tomorrow in response to the beliefs you chose tonight. Speak with faith, rest with peace, wake with purpose, because everything you've affirmed is already on its way.